All right, I'm on hole number 1 of the Extreme Hills tournament in the opening round of the Ricky division. I'm in my 77 account. This is my main Ricky account, playing an expert Ricky bracket. Let's go in and check out hole number 1. Hole number 1. Get rid of, no, not that. Get rid of that. Hole number 1. What is hole number 1? Eagle Peak, hole number 1. I'm going to be jamming through these, so. All right, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going to go out and play. Once again, waited till the last minute, trying to get it done. I'm taking this bag right here, and I'm taking a Kingmaker. Off we roll. Doing 20% on the drive and 10% to the cup. And I'm winging the 20% on the drive, and I'm using a calculator for the 10% to the cup. Sugar Plum. Clanless. Using 1.5 backspin, 20% wind adjustment. There we go, disconnects. Had a bunch of teammates that had serious problems disconnecting. During the opening rounds. Okay, that's going to be a 3-ring pull. Let's get up here where we can see the rings. 1, 2, 3. So we're in that neighborhood. Let's try and hit it perfect. And I hit it great to the left, and that's the worst side that I could hit it to. I haven't hit it great to the left here, so I'm not sure if that won't go in the sand. It's going to be close. If you hit it great to the right, it rolls up the hill a little bit more, and then it picks up some speed and then rolls down the hill. If you hit it perfect, it sticks up there, not too far away from where it is. But you hit it, if you move your tail around, if you move your club to the left, you can see that straightens the ball guide out, and you're going right into the sand. It's a pretty narrow little, it's a pretty narrow spot that I'm trying to hit into. But it is good to know that I can hit it great to the left and still have some room. I'm pretty sure if I got into that sand, I could get on with my Spitfire, but I'd prefer not to do that. My opponent's having some kind of issues with disconnecting and connecting. You know, the thing is with these disconnects and connects, there's 3 people involved. There's 3 parties involved. There's me, there's Sugar Plum, and there's Playdemic. And I always find it curious that Playdemic never has a problem on their end. And some courses seem to be more problematic than others. And this tournament seems like it's fraught. The Greenberg slopes were definitely problematic during the Christmas tournament. 1.1 times 3.2 equals divided by 1.2. It's 3 rings. Max backspin. Get that tail going right at the cup. Three rings. There's 1, 2, 3 rings. Try and hit it perfect. Oh, great to the left. I made this twice today with my auto account, and I hit great to the right both times. So great to the left is definitely not going to go in. Every time I've hit great to the left, it's missed great to the left. Every time I've hit great to the right, it's went in, and every time I've hit perfect, it's gone in. So it's good to know that we got 2 out of 3 ain't bad. what's bad is when you hit the one out of the three. That's bad. My opponent is having some serious problems here. It used to be, there was a time when we would have these disconnects that it would freeze the clock so that when they got back on, they still had however much time they had. It's not doing that anymore. While you're sitting there spinning out, the clock is still rolling. And they're just happy that they got through this hole and got a birdie and not a epic fail. In the hole. All right, that was hole number 1. See if my opponent can get in. I will tell you, I've missed some putts from this distance right here because of lag. Like you go and you release and it lags out, and then it gives you where you're basically hooked the ball, sliced it. Sometimes when you get in those laggy issues, I'm more afraid of the putt than I am of the shots out in the field. I don't normally get too upset, but those upset me. Upset me to the point where I put my hands up in the air and walked away. All right. Good luck in the tournament. That was hole number 1. Exit. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Had to go eat. It's like, what time is it? Hell, it's like 9:24 at my house. PM. Where are we at? What am I doing? I'm on hole number 2. That's where I'm at. Hole number 2 is Eagle Peak. Hole number 4. Maybe. All right, I know what I'm doing. Grizzly, Quasar. Okay, I'm switching up how I'm playing this hole. I'm playing the same thing, but what I'm doing is I'm doing a max wind adjustment, 1 per ring. I'm not doing any elevation adjustment. I'm playing to my club, so I've been working this elevation, and the elevation stuff, I'm having to move it around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stop what I was doing. It's a 100% accurate club, so I'm going to just stay at the 1 per ring. I'm probably a mid club, and so but I'm just gonna stay at max club and then work my elevation adjustment from there. So my elevation adjustment might be 0 and it might be different. I don't know. This is the deal. I know what clubs I'm bringing. I know what ball. And now I'm at that point in my rounds where I've got about 6 of the holes where I know exactly what I'm doing on elevation. I may make adjustments just to fine tune it, but I've got a pretty good idea of what I'm doing. But there's still 3 holes that I'm still working the deal. Still working it. Going pretty well at it. I'm just doing a full ring adjustment. 3, 3. I'm starting off here. So there's 1, 2, 3. 3, 3, 3, 4, somewhere in that neighborhood. Oh, that was really anticipation. Anticipation. And that was so the way the wind's blowing, that was like a 2-ring pull. It was 2 rings to the left, and that was really, it only ended up about 1 ring to the left. So I probably should do Where was I at? I'm going to do a 10% adjustment. I think originally I was at 20. Still working it. Feel good. I'm not that type of player that just has like all their stuff together when they start off in the qualifying round. I'm not the guy who posts content like that. I am posting content where I'm working the deal and I'm trying to get better and better and better as the week goes on and fine tuning my stuff. I don't have the amount of counts that a lot of people have. So I can't go out there and do 6 practice rounds and get it all dialed in and then I know exactly what I'm going to do. So it's a progression for me. I always want my best round to be the weekend round. So I always want to build up towards that. I had a monster qualifying round in this account. I shot a 16 in the qualifying round and I was just on. I picked up all 3 par 4s and 1 hole in 1. And that's pretty much what I'm looking for in the weekend round. That's the round that I want. And I don't really care which hole I get the hole in 1 on, although I think 4 is their best opportunity. And I would like to get an Albie. What I'd really like to do is come out and shoot an 18 on the front and take a little bit of pressure off myself for the back. But my chart says, my goal sheet on my note says minus 28, minus 14, minus 28, and minus 30 plus. Anything more than minus 28 in the weekend round, that'll at least put me up towards the top. We'll have to see where it is, but I'm really shooting for minus 30 plus in the weekend round. Hole number 3. Hole number 3. What is hole number 3? Greenberg Slopes, hole number 2. This is straightforward. Straightforward. All right. Man, I got way up there today in my 70s in my odd account with a Titan. I mean, way up there. It was actually pretty encouraging. I was using the wind to get over. I'm going to use this ball right here. I'm going to try it. Let me see. 4-3-2. I don't really need that. I was using the wind, put the wind back in. So this is going to cut the wind down quite a bit. If I can get over on the drive, if I can get over there, it will really help on the backside to have, let me think about that. I've got it listed here that I'm using a present ball, but all right, I'm going to stick with the present ball. Let's make sure I got the right bag, which I didn't. Yeah, I should be in mid. If I catch the fairway here, I should be in mid club. And I'm doing a 30% wind adjustment. That's if I hit the fairway. I was in the sand yesterday. I shot a minus 16 in the qualifying round, and I tanked this hole. I ended up in the sand and was able to get up there with my Spitfire, but I definitely ended up in the sand. I ended up in this bunker up here. You can get over pretty nicely. Let's see how much room they had to clear. Yeah, they had tons around. I really want to get up into those. I'm going to switch to that 3 power ball. I'm going to save those 5s. I don't think I need to use a 5. I'm going to switch to this ball right here. Mantis. Oh, that'll put me in the rough. That'll put me in the rough, and that's going to be a tough shot from out there in the rough. Left myself enough room. I was trying to leave myself absolutely as much room as I possibly could to try and hit it so that I could catch it. I know on the other side I run out, you'll run into that fairway because the fairway kind of digs, or that fairway bunker digs out into the fairway. And you'll end up in that bunker. I'm trying to leave as much room for myself, as much room for error as possible. Error. Okay, I should be a mid club here, which is 1.75 per ring. But we'll see. Using a 3 power ball, I might not have as much. And this is a bitch wind adjustment because you're way downhill and it's hard to get close enough to your rings to make a super accurate adjustment. 2.7 equals, and where am I at in my club? I'm right at max. So it's 3.51 rings. So it's 3.51 rings. Go back to the center and hit it perfect. Oh, got great to the right. I was running out of time. I glanced up to make sure that I had more than 1 second. Great to the right. I'm going to change my notes here, though. I'm going to use whatever that ball is. And that's going to put me at max club. I'm just wondering if I spun around, though, when I'm doing that shot. If I spun around and pushed the wind out, if I'd have a better view of the rings. Because we're looking down the hill on this side. And sometimes it's better if you spin around and then it's a little bit flatter. It'll be faster next time because I know that I'm a max club. I will forfeit. I'm falling for this old trick. All right. Good luck in the tournament. Good luck, Slayer. All right. Let me go check that ball out real quick. I can write that down on my notes. Summit ball. Summit. Summit ball. All right, hole number 4. I already know what I'm doing on this hole. I'm not even going to go look at it. I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to just get my hole-in-one and roll on. Hole number 4. I'm not even going to look at it. If I hit this perfect, it's in the hole. Let's go hit it perfect. Let's hit a perfect shot. I don't think I've hit a perfect shot going into the green so far in this round. So, troll bogeys. Sean. Here we go. Getting out on the course. Hey, get where I can see it, man. Damn it. It's 2-3. It's what is it? Hey, 1.2 times 2.3, 276. Oh shit, I'm gonna run out of time. I just had to snap it off, and now I'm gonna hit the fairway, and it's gonna be epic fail. Woo! I cannot believe I didn't run out of time on that. That was my bad. Should have just did the math in my head. It's 2.3. That's 0.23 times 2 is 4.6. 4.6 and 3 be 8. 2.8. I moved my shot forward. I was hitting a little bit back here, and I was trying to hit originally in this fatter area. So you had a little more room to the left to the right, and I found myself scooting up. And where I was at, I was really having to engage the sand. And the sand was not necessarily messing me up, but I moved it forward so that I'm hitting up towards the top. All right. In the hold. Nothing special so far. Either way, no epic fails. Nothing good, nothing bad. Hole number 5. I definitely want to go look at hole number 5. I want to get that blazoned in my brain. If my opponent ever takes their putt. It's a big if. Maybe. Look at my notes for hole number 5 and seeing all my little chicken scratches. Trying to read through the gibberish. And I know I'm using a rock and a power 5 ball. Slight OP, slight right hand curl. And I have a rock ball on here, but I'm not sure if that's the ball. Let's go look at the hole. I want to make sure that I'm thinking of the right hole before I get out there and have a mindset for one hole and then end up on another one. We've all done that before. Eagle Peak, hole number 5. Now it's not as big an issue as it used to be. When we only had one bag, I'll tell you, when the game first came out and you only had one bag and there was no Golf Clash notebook, and you couldn't come and look at the holes, you had to know what the holes were. We didn't have all the note stuff that was out there nowadays. You had to kind of know what the holes were. It really sucked because if you brought the wrong stuff, you went, oh my gosh, I'm on that par 5 and I thought I was on the par 4 or the par 3, and you brought the wrong stuff, you were screwed. I have on my notes a rock ball. What the hell is a rock ball? The rock ball. Power 5. And, all right. I guess that's what I'm bringing. I'm bringing an extra mile. No, I'm bringing a rock. The rock. The rock. The rock. Let's make sure we got an empty one behind it. That is one of the cool things about a lot of these games. They have something free like that, and it runs on a 4-hour timer, and then when the 4 hours hits, it sits there. At least in this game, we have another one behind it that's working. So if you get on a regular basis during the day, that's the thing about people that have been playing for a long time. You know, you get on the game just on a regular basis. You take a break and you just jump in real quick and open up your free chest, and then go back to work and do your deal. How many club cards you get playing for 3 years, opening up free chests, and every time you play, you get pin chests. And how many days I've gotten pin chests over 3 years. It hasn't been quite every day, but what is that? 900 and 195, so 1,095 potential ones. I've probably picked up a good 700 or 800 pin chests in this account. Plus, who knows how many free chests. I was in that same spot the other day, and it sucks up there at the top. Sucks. Okay, so the wind's going to push me 2-8. The wind's going to push me out towards my blue ring. And at 2 rings, great. 1 ring, great to the right. I have a little bit more room on the right than I do on the left. It clipped that tree, so it's gonna not. It's probably gonna get stuck in the rough. Ooh, stay out of the sand. Whew, lucky. That was close. It clipped that tree just a little. I had that happen yesterday, and it clipped the tree, and then it ended up right where my opponent's at. And this shot from up here is, and then I timed out. And I'll tell you, a Grim Reaper is not a bad club to have in your bag, because if you end up in the top, you can do a dunk. Try the dunk here, because the Grim Reaper's got so much backspin that if you miss the dunk, it'll just roll it right back down to the cup. And that might be something I want to put on my notes. I'm going to write that down. Grim Reaper. I was talking to one of my teammates today, and he's epic failed up at the top. I had a Grim Reaper in his bag, and that's exactly what he did. He missed the dunk, but it just goes right back down to the cup. This is no gimme right here. I'm right at max club. It's 1.3 per ring. Four divided by 1.3. 3.1 rings. Hey, let's see if we can get online here. There's 1, 2, 3, 1. Now let's just see if we can hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole, please. Oh, under pull. I'm a little teeny bit uphill from over there. I didn't think about doing any wind adjustment. I haven't been that distance. I've been closer than that. Didn't think about doing any kind of adjustment as far as elevation. So far, this has been just a spectacularly uneventful front nine. Nothing. All right. I got to pick up something. I can't come in with a -12. I mean, that's grim. I still have opportunities. I got 3 opportunities coming up. I feel pretty comfortable on all 3 of these holes. I got shots. This is the very next hole, so I am not playing this hole. Good luck in the tournament. All right, hole number 7 is Grunberg Slopes. Hole number 5. Grunberg Slopes. Hole. No, I'm on 6. Oh, excellent. Oh, excellent. I forgot all about this hole. See, this is why I always go look at them. Hole number 6. Eagle Peak, hole number 9. I was thinking I was on hole number 7 already, and I was like, all right. All right. I'm going to rock. Look at that. I was way ahead of myself. See? That's the deal. You're focused, laser focused on those last 3, and then I would have epic failed. Kingmaker. Here we go. Let's open that chest. Let's get it rolling. 4 big toppers away from an upgrade. I've been working that big topper. tournaments, these Reiki tournaments, there's like, you don't get anything in Reiki tournaments. There are a lot of low-level clubs that we use on a regular basis. We use our extra mile on a regular basis. We use our Goliath on a regular basis for a lot of people. We use big dogs on a regular basis. We use big toppers. Malibus. Machetes. Fireflies. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm doing a plus 10 on the drive at plus 9. Max backspin. And I'm doing a 20% to the cup. Plug that in. I started off at a 10, and I kept in and up off to the left. So I changed it to a 15, and I'm still off to the left, but I'm real close. I'm changing it to a 20, and we'll see how that works. I was trying to use the backboard and roll back down to the cup, but I'm having a hard time getting the tail to engage properly. So I'm just driving straight to the cup. The opponent's in the perfect spot for that side. If you're hitting to the left, that's definitely the spot. Nice clean shot. You can do the rough bump from there. If you bring the right club, you can drive it to it. If you brought that club, you got all kinds of options. Okay, max backspin, couple right hand or left hand side spin. I'm doing plus 9. Want to be dead center in the middle. Plus 9. 3-4, it's 3-7. And get it lined up. It'll hold still for just a damn second. 3-7. And I'm going to lean just a little against the nubs. No. I got plenty of room on the left-hand side, but that's an epic fail. Have I hit a perfect shot yet? I don't think I've hit a perfect shot yet. This might be a case of you can't be good, be lucky. And they brought the big dog, which is not, for the drive that they were trying to do out there, bringing the big dog is not, in my opinion, the best club for this shot. You want to bring something with great ball guide. If you're trying to do the bounce over, you're trying to lay up, or if you don't have the right club ball combo and you're just laying up at the top, and there's a good chance that you could get behind the trees, the big dog's great because it hits way down the field. And it's got lots of curl, so you can wrap it around those trees. But if you're really going for it, you have to commit and bring the proper club. Because really, it's not that you couldn't make it with your big dog from there, but you definitely don't have as good a chance as if you would have brought a sniper or a viper or something that's got more ball guide. 2.1, it's 2.5. 2.5 rings right at the red line. I'm going to come over here in the middle a little, bring it back around. I'm going right at it. Okay, 2.5 rings. .5. Let's see if we can hit this perfect. Hitting it perfect. Wow, I can hit it perfect. Get in the hole. It's looking good. Woo! That's what I'm talking about right there. That's 2 albies this tournament. I've hit an albie on hole number 6 and hole number 9. And hole number 3 is the one that everybody's getting albies on, and I haven't even been close. I've been close, but I haven't been close. I've been close. All right. Finally picked something up. See, I was thinking I only had 3 holes left to pick something up, and I got a bonus hole, and I picked it up. Look at that. And I got an albie to boot. Hole number 7. Now I just need to pick up one more to put me on the -14 track. Okay, Grunberg Slopes, hole number 5. Okay, my goal here is to not use max backspin. I want to use the least amount of backspin I have to use, but I'm going to have to use some. And I'm doing a 1 per ring, and I'm doing 10% to the cup. 1.1 times. I'm using a grizzly and a kingmaker. I probably don't need to bring a kingmaker, but I am. You probably do this with. I have no idea where I'm at my club. I don't care. There's 2 of these par 3s. I don't care where I'm at in my club. I don't care where I'm at in my club. I'm using a 1 per ring, and I'm working my elevation to try and get it so that it works at 1 per ring, so it's easier to make adjustments. .1, let's times the wind. Times whatever the wind is. I started off at 0, and the wind was pushing me off to the right, so I added on 10%. So this, if I hit it perfect, this will be the first time I hit it perfect with the 10% adjustment. It's 3.2 rings. Right at it. 3.2 rings. What's up, baby? Jumping around. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Just a bit outside. Maybe a 15% adjustment. Yeah, maybe he's just having Charlie horses or something. Close. Close. Very close. Very, very close. So I'm going to try a 15% on the next one. I'm working that number so that I can stay at 1 per ring. See how it kind of tails around there at the end. So the more backspin you put on it, the more it has that, where at the very last little hop, it jerks off. It takes a jerky bounce to the right. I'm trying to put on a little less than max backspin so that I can have less of that action. But I'm dialing it in. The last time we had a tournament, this hole right here, I farted around with this hole all week long, and then in the weekend round, I finally hit. I think I hit 2 hole-in-ones, and I know that I hit 1 for sure. I think I hit 1 on my auto account and 1 on my 77 account, and it was a big deal because I'm not really expecting to hit a hole-in-one on this hole. I'm just trying to dial it in, so if I pick one up, it's like a bonus shot. I will forfeit. What am I doing? I will forfeit. And we will go to hole number 8. Good luck in the tournament. Hole number 8. Let's see what hole number 8 is. Hole number 8, Grimberg Slopes, hole number 1. All right, this is all about hitting it perfect. All right. All right. I saved those present balls on that one hole, so I'm not using them. So I'm using a present ball here. I'm using my extra mile. They did the club card. They did a buff, and then the next week they started the club card trading where they tacked on a level for all the rares and tacked on a level for all the epics, and that was the week before the Christmas tournament. So it was the week before we played these Grimberg Slope holes for the very first time. Okay, and I'm doing a 10% to the cup. Okay. All right. Make me pick it again. That is such piss poor business practice. Two, 3. That'd be 2, 5. I'll do a little teeny bit of curl. And a 1 ring grate to the right. That's going to put me in the sand. Right there. Having a rough time on the par fours. And I am a big fan of the par fours. Par fours are what make or break my whole game. My whole game is predicated on picking up eagles on par fours, and I've tanked the first 2. I still got a decent shot right here, but I need to hit this perfect. I need to pick up at least one of them so that I can at least have some kind of ray of sunshine. And the last time I played hole 9 in my practice account, which was the last time I played it, just earlier today, I got an Albie on it. So I know my stuff's right on hole number 9. It's just a matter of making the adjustment right, because you can't get to your ring set to make a really accurate adjustment. My opponent's in a really good spot right there. It's -10, -15, and this hole seems very glitchy every single time I play it. Let's see if I can run that up there. No, I don't like that look at all. I don't like that look at all. And it's going up that hill. Okay, so from this distance, and let's see if we can hit this perfect. Hit it 1 ring grate to the left. I think a 1 ring grate to the right is probably the perfect shot. Maybe a perfect on the left edge of the cup. But this is one of those cups where it'll ring around the rosies about 15 times. I would definitely want to hit that with mid hornet or minimum hornet. The reason I wouldn't want to run it up like that is because the ball guide could very easily be lying, because you're going uphill. So the ball guide's telling you that it's going to be fine, but it can very easily be, and they moved it way, 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 way off. Hit it perfect and go in the hole. Get in the hole. That's not going to go in the hole. Maybe. They moved it so far off to the right that that might actually go in. That was their only shot of going in, was hitting a grate to the left. I would have taken that minimum hornet. That hornet, I think that hornet was probably level 8, level 7, somewhere in that neighborhood. That's 2.2 per ring. I would definitely have taken that shot. Definitely, definitely. Kmart sucks. That was the decline of Kmart. Is Dustin Hoffman and Rain Man. Kmart sucks. They went right downhill. Took them a while. I don't even know if there's any Kmarts left in this country. We used to have 2 in the town that I live in, but we don't have any anymore. Walmart's wiped out all of those stores. All right, that's 3 par 4s, 3 epic fails. So maybe the par 5s will help me pick it up. I need to go for Albie on this last hole. How much time we got? Yeah. We got plenty of time. Plenty of time. All right, and I was bringing a power. I was bringing a bigger power ball, but I'm going to bring a power 3 ball. And I am definitely using the wind here. This might not be a bad spot for that summit ball once again. I am using the wind. And so with a Titan, I got 2 wind, and I'm using all that wind, but I'm getting over quite a bit. I'm gonna bring a Kingmaker, and I'm gonna really be cognizant of how far out there it's going. Extra mile. I'm doing a 30% adjustment to the cup. Beaver Dam Clan. Beaver Dam Clan. Clan. Say that 15 times fast. Beaver Dam Clan. Clan. My opponent's using a power 5. He's using the rock ball. That's from that Safari Sunrise or Safari tournament that we just had. We just played that tournament. I can't even remember what the hell tournament was. $449. Man, the wind's blowing me. I'm gonna go right there. Hit it 1 ring great to the left. See how much distance I got where my landing spot is there. See, that's what I'm saying. So I'm thinking if I brought that 5 wind ball, I'm not sure if I have enough wind. I did hit it. I'm not sure if there's enough wind for that low wind ball to get me over. But I was bringing a power 5 ball here, and what I found was I wasn't getting that much more distance with the power 5 ball than I was with the power 3 ball. And I got more distance with the Titan for sure. It's 30%, and I think I'm going to be at max club. 30% times the wind. 3.6. Where am I in club? I am right at max. So it's 4.7 rings. 1 backspin. Right up on it. Cam off to the right just a little. 4.7 rings. Trying to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Just a little bit of an overpull. What I should do there is run out a little topspin. I usually like to engage with my short iron with a little bit of backspin, but I'm not. If I pulled it back a little bit and ran out a little bit of topspin, I'm just wondering if I could engage the tail and get the tail to pop out. And my notes say 2 backspin because it is wanting to run out a little. All right, front 9 minus 13. Not what I'm looking for. That's 1 less than my target. My target in the opening round is minus 28. It doesn't really matter how you get that done, but I'd like to kind of match it up so it's minus 14 a side so I don't have to work super hard on one side or the other. But that's all right. That's how it plays out. Not too concerned. It's the opening round. Minus 13 is definitely not the goal. Minus 15 is my weekend goal. And so that puts me a little off. All right, that was the front nine of the Extreme Hills tournament and the opening round of the Rookie Division. And thanks for watching.